team. Here is my friend, the Aqualex hysteroscopy pump. Just going to give some few tips and tricks and also show you how to set it up. So first thing that I always do, I just make sure the canister lids are on nice and tight. Make sure all the connections are tight, because the smallest thing can throw it off. Everyone knows this pump is finicky, so you want to set yourself up for success right off the bat. Everything's set up. This is a low pressure side, so this just goes to the underbutt bag. This is the high pressure side. This will go with the morcellator if you need it, the MyoSure, and it'll hook up to the sock right here. There's two tubings that come with the pump. So there's the, this is just the passive draining, which goes into the low suction side, and then this is the inflow tubing. So your scrub will have this, they'll hook the yellow to the underbutt portion. They'll get it all set up from their end, and then they'll hand you the white side here, which just hooks up on this side. And that's good to go. No specimens will come through this side. It's just tandem tubing, so it can fill up both these canisters. It doesn't matter if it overflows into this one. You'll just have to switch it out before it fills up both canisters. Next, there's the inflow tubing. So the tech will have the side with the blue little clamp. They'll hand this side to you. Make sure the machine's on before you run the tubing through. Also, this is single-use tubing only, so once it's in there, if you take it back out, you'll have to get all new tubing. There's an arrow on the tubing showing you how to put it through. So you just run it through, stretch it around, and then you spike your two bags. Then that's all set up. The machine's set to run fluid through. It's set to have fluid come back. And then you would just hit the prime button once it's at the level of the uterus. It'll run, stop, until it's fully primed. Once it's primed, make sure you zero out your deficit. That way you're starting from a base 0. If they need to use the MyoSure, then you're going to this side. So you'll get the MyoSure, you'll plug it in here, and then you'll get the other portion attached with the MyoSure and plug it into the sock. All your specimen will go through here. Then at the end of the case, you can either send the whole sock down in a specimen canister or have your tech cut off the sock and just send down the sock portion. So just some tips and tricks. If they're having a tough time visualizing inside the uterus, you can increase the pressure setting. Make sure you run it past them first, and that's this number on the bottom. So if you need to go up, you can adjust it up. That'll just help them see a little bit better if they need to. Also, if they're reaching the fluid deficit, sometimes if there's a leak, like the underbutt bag and it's going on the floor, the fluid deficit will rise quickly. So try and fix the problem, but then you can always increase the deficit if you notice there's puddling on the floor. That way you don't have to, the machine won't stop, but the biggest thing is correct the problem, because if you don't, then your deficit will just keep going up and up. And then also, there is a setup guide step by step. As long as you follow these instructions, it'll get you to where you need to go. And that's about it. That's the hysteroscopy pump in a nutshell. Yeah.
Great.